Jesus Christ be praised.
I'd like to ask you about...
No! I don't want to talk about...
Wait, Gerda. On the contrary, I want to help you.
Really?
I believe you really did see something. But I want to know what it really was.
So... what do you...
Relax, Gerda. Have a think.
It was... the day before yesterday. It grows by the cross there, near the big dry tree not far from the road. I didn't get home till after dark when I suddenly
So you went back to the cross?
God have mercy. He hopped up right out of the ground and I started to scream. There was something glinting in the dark and this...
That's all?
At one point I turned around and I saw a dark shadow, proper flying along it was like the devil, and heading straight to...
What's this place where you saw...
It's a conciliatory cross, erected in the memory of some... They say some years ago, a young fella killed himself on an...
And the day after you saw the apparition, the cross was at an angle.
Aye, all askew. Everyone here saw it.
Don't worry, Gerda. Nobody's gonna make...
What do you think happened?
I don't know yet, but you needn't fear.
Thank you. But please, come...
Gerda really did see something. That cross hides a secret. The conciliatory cross. An old memorial to some unfortunate event. This is where Gerda saw the apparition. I'll need a spade for this. I can't do this without a spade. What do you have?
I'm glad you found what you were looking for, sir.
Fresh soil. Someone was digging here recently. It doesn't look like an apparition, Gerda. He didn't take either the coin or the books. So it wasn't a thief. It must be something else he was after.
Good morning to you.
I hear you saw some
Was it the bailiff who sent you?
No. I want to go to Apollonia to see... I've heard talk he's somehow linked to that apparition.
Why do you want to know? Forget that shit.
I know how to deal with evil spirits.
Of course!
Say after me. Vade retro satana.
Vade retro satana.
Vade retro...
My God, what a spell! What did you want to know?
What exactly did you see there?
A diabolical apparition. A black rider on a black horse flew into... His eyes glowed, and his horse was black as charcoal. To the hermit's place.
He turned this way and that. That's strange.
I'm telling the truth. Gerda from the...
But the hermit helps people though, doesn't he?
Aye, he did. Only now they're saying he was at death's door.
Why? Why would the old man have sold...
Who knows what's going on in them? God be with you. And maybe wash up a bit, will ya? Huh?
A horse? What's it doing here in the woods? I should take a closer look. A beautiful horse. Black as charcoal. The herds boy wasn't lying. And you don't smell of brimstone. You're just an ordinary horse. Someone really did come to see the hermit. But it wasn't the devil. Ah, damn! God be with you.
I don't have time for you.
Folk in the village are saying you've made a miraculous recovery. And since then, you won't let anyone near.
Nothing happened. I just can't stand all these. Can't I have a moment's peace?
Judging by what I've heard about you, you're...
What do you mean?
Well, there's a lot of talk about you in the village.
Old wives' tales. What do I... Well... Of course it is.
The apparition was seen by the conciliation.
Old wives' tales.
I went to take a look, and it really is askew. There was a hiding place beneath the cross. And the man digging there at night didn't have time to put the cross...
By all the saints! So someone was digging there.
There was a brand new cloak of the Knights of the Cross in the hiding place. Maybe to cover up who he really is.
I still don't know what you want from me.
The man who took things from the hiding place can't have been some chance thief.
So keep the groschen, lad, and stop pestering.
I found some pretty interesting...
I don't know what you're talking about.
I reckon you do, Ambrose. According to one of the documents, you were appointed Seneschal of the Knights of the Cross, or are you going to tell me it was some other?
I'm not going to tell you anything.
A few nights ago, a herdsboy saw a black horseman, but I think a demon would have known the road to Apollonia.
Why are you telling me this?
Because I found a black horse stabled in a pen here. A well-fed, healthy horse, black as charcoal.
Why are you telling me all this?
That's enough. I think there are enough fishy, but you're in luck. All I'm after is that...
You're wide of the mark. But in the end...
What do you want help with, Ambrose?
I'm not Ambrose. He died. I am Conrad, Knight of the Cross with the Red Star.
What are you doing in the hermit's hut, then?
In Prague, I got into a... Ambrose was the only person who could help me.
I'm guessing that the diabolical horseman's...
That was not my intention, believe me.
Ambrose is dead, you say?
He was an old man. Unfortunately, he was old.
And you had nothing to do with it?
Of course not. I'd known him for 20 years. He was a good man.
Ambrose was a member.
More than a member. He was the Seneschal. He served the order for many years before getting into a dispute with the Prague. I was the only one to know where to look for him. But I came too late.
You scared the life out of Gerda from Troskovitz, that...
Ambrose had a hiding place beneath the cross where he kept things from his past.
I found some documents there from the Knights of the Cross. But Ambrose clearly wasn't interested in them.
He sensed that death was coming for him. He wanted me to help, and he also longed to hold his old sword. I went to his hiding place that very night. But I put the blade on his grave.
So the sword is on Ambrose's grave?
You want to disturb his rest?
I just want the sword, that's all.
All right. I'll tell you where his grave is, if you fulfill Ambrose's last...
All right.
Listen carefully, then. There's an old widow called Margaret. Take this cross to her. Margaret, Ambrose forgives you. But his brother must get...
Margaret, Ambrose forgives you.
That's right.
I hope she'll know what this is about.
Don't worry, she will. Give her the cross, and I'll tell you where you can find the sword. Benedictio Domini sit... You're back again? Have you forgotten we had an agreement? Honor your promise. And I'll give you that sword.
Greetings.
Farewell, my friend.
And lead us not into temptation. Good day. Got enough.
This might seem strange, but I'm supposed to...
A cross? Mother...
Margaret, Ambrose forgives you, but his brother must get what...
Ambrose? The hermit?
It was his wish that I give you the cross and the message.
Oh my God! By all that's holy, he couldn't possibly be here all those years. I'd lost hope. I committed a mortal sin.
Well, I don't know what you did. But this is...
No, there's no absolution. You said it yourself. Not until Ambrose's brother gets what he deserves. The bones. They still lie there outside the wall. Help me. His soul must...
All right. I'll help you.
Thank you, lad. Thank you. It's a curse. I've never told anyone about it.
What does the graveyard have to do...
Hold on. Not so fast. First, tell me...
It's the living I'm more afraid of than...
One should fear the dead. But in the end, it's... You see, one poor soul is...
Ah, I get it now. Ambrose's brother has to get what he deserves.
His name was Jan. He lies outside the graveyard wall. Buried.
Why doesn't he have a proper...
Because suicides can't enter the kingdom of heaven. The worst thing about it is that Jan didn't kill himself, and it's my fault.
What happened to him?
The memories are painful. We were childhood friends. He couldn't get over the rejection. So he lay in wait for Vashek one evening.
And Vashek...
It was an accident. They quarrelled. Apparently, they got close to the cliff edge when they found his body at the bottom of the cliff. People thought he'd killed himself.
Did you see it?
No. But I believed my Vashek. It pained him till the day he died. And he lived in fear of Jan's brother. In the end...
Why didn't Ambrose avenge his brother Jan's death? He must have realized...
He went away to Prague and joined an order of knights. He didn't want revenge, most likely.
But then he came back and became a hermit in Apollonia.
No. His name was Adam before, but he changed...
Ah, the conciliatory cross where they saw the apparition.
His brother Ambrose had it built there. It's my fault for saying nothing.
Nonsense. God wouldn't use a dial. What's more, Ambrose for...
Only on the condition that Jan's bones will be laid. Help me lay him to rest in a proper...
Without telling the priest and gravedigger.
That's the only way we can put right a terrible...
All right. We'll give him...
Thank you. There's a rose bush outside the graveyard wall. Please bury him beside my Vashek. Here, beneath the pine. Then place Ambrose's cross on his grave. Farewell. And maybe wash up a bit, so you don't scare people. Worthy of the promises of Christ. Pour forth, we beseech thee, O Lord, thy grace into our hearts, that we, to whom the incarnation of Christ, thy Son, was made known by the message of an angel, may by his passion and cross be brought to the glory of his resurrection.
Your journey ends here, Jan. I don't know what you have on your conscience. But rest in... I don't know much about our father. There are many sins for what we should have done, so forgive me this little sacrilege. Thy will be done, and deliver us from evil. Amen.
God in heaven, grant poor Jan eternal salvation. So many years in Thank you. May God...
I understand.
30 years.
It's all right now. Everything else is
I'd like to reward you somehow.
I expect you wouldn't want anyone...
Well, if you...
All right.
Thank you again for your... God be with you, Henry.
Hey, fella! Oh, God. Listen, we need help.
Who are you? And who do you serve?
We are Knights of the Cross with the Red Star. Good brothers in Christ. I'll explain everything, but
What happened?
if you're going to see the hermit, the man in the hut is just pretending to be the hermit. The Inquisition paid him to murder our Grandmaster Zdeněk. Fortunately, God did not let him carry out.
And I see a third one will soon join them.
He was just about to flee from here as well. We took him by the Virgin Mary.
Why should I get mixed up?
I'll pay you. We just need... Otherwise, we won't have a chance against his crossbow in that...
Did Conrad really want to...
Yes. We stopped him at the last... He almost got away.
You're a knight of an order?
Yes. I am Brother Arnold, a Knight of the Cross with the Red... You are too late to make the acquaintance of... We take care of the sick in infirmaries. You have to help us.
That swine tried to deceive me.
God, thank you. Try to get close unseen and set fire to the haystack, but do it quickly, before...
Brother, ora pro nobis peccatoribus. My God. Et in mortis nostre.
Hey, stop right there. Halt, or I'll shoot.
Wait, Conrad! It's me, Henry!
Don't move a muscle, I mean it.
I don't know what's going on here. I just want to talk with you in peace.
I understand, but there's no time for talk now.
What's going on here?
I don't want to kill you. Go away.
I can help you. Let's talk.
All right. But make it quick. And no sudden movements. Agnosco fortunam Carthaginus. What do you want?
You wanted to run off and break our agreement.
And what is it you want to hear from me?
Where can I find Ambrose's broken sword?
It's not far. At the edge of the meadow up there are...
Why do they want to kill you?
Why? They want to silence me. I had proof of our Grandmaster's death.
What about the murders? Did you really kill two brothers of...
I had to defend myself. I'd be dead if I had...
That's all I need to know.
There's no time to go in. Sorry, young man. You got mixed up in a game of...
That's the only thing you're wrong.
I guessed you'd show your Bella rest.
I'm going to stick you like the pig you are. I'll beat you to a bloody pulp, fucker. Oh! Yeah! You should have fucking stayed out of it. Oh!
Death!
Ha! No chance.
Yeah! Don't spare him!
Die for that, you...
You fight like an old hag!
You can't stand up to this!
What? You owe me something.
You're right. Conrad, we wouldn't have stood a chance.
What was it actually about?
I shouldn't tell you, but Conrad was paid by the Inquisition to kill our Grand Master. He failed by the grace of God. But while fleeing from the commander...
Conrad was working for the...
Yes. When Archbishop Olbram suddenly died a year ago, the Inquisition began to plot against...
That is high politics indeed.
Sinners. They only care about money. We knights seek salvation in helping the poor.
What did Conrad want here?
The local hermit, Ambrose, was his long-standing... He was seneschal of our order some years ago. But why Conrad was pretending to be his dead... Maybe he thought it would help him evade...
I have some documents of the order that might be of...
My God. The order's chronicle.
In a hiding place.
It's a good thing you told me about. I'm afraid there's no...
Our accounts are settled. Everything...
Gloria Patri et Filii...
You can't be here.
Run along now, and keep what you... That's it. Go now.
Where's the hermit's grave? It ought to be somewhere around here. Now that's what I call steel. It may be broken, but there's hardly a trace of rust.
What do you hear?
So I'm back, Master Blacksmith.
Excellent.
He's dead.
What? You...
No, not me. It just got a bit... Anyway, it turns out old Ambrose really... And this really is Toledo steel.
God's nails. That's...
First-class, welded steel. Ambrose must have broken the sword himself, deliberately.
That's exactly what we need. See now, youngster. My clever plan...
Right. Well, thank you very...
You haven't disappointed me yet, lad. So I'm sure forging an exceptional...
Wait, I thought you wanted to do it yourself.
Not at all. Fucking steel.
Every day. We're closing. No more beer. I'm closing up.
What are you doing, strolling about without a light?
Going to do what... talked about.
I don't think so.
Good morning, lad.
I've got something for...
God's nails, you were...
I'd say it looks pretty much like a...
Looks like. This is a...
Thanks.
I'll pay you, of course. And if you want to do some smith...
No, you know full well what I need.
Why is it so important for you? It'll just be a...
I have my reasons.
God's nails, lad. You're full of mysteries. But whatever. That's your business. I don't... We can set off once you're ready.